Hey everybody, a couple people had a question about one of the problems on the Chapter 6 quiz, so I wanted to show you how it worked out. So here it is. It was question 4 from the quiz. There was a t-shirt cannon, if you remember that one. The t-shirt cannon is firing t-shirts, and the height after t seconds is given by this formula here. And we want to know, when is the t-shirt 40 feet above the ground? So since the height in this problem is, we want it to be 40 feet, we can just take this 40 and put it right over here for h. That gives us the equation 40 equals negative 15t squared plus 45t plus 10. All right, and we just need to solve this equation. If you watched the video I posted a few days ago, you'll know this 40 that we have on the left-hand side, before we can start factoring to solve, we have to get this 40 to the other side. That's a critical step. So let's subtract 40 from both sides. We get 0 equals negative 15 t squared plus 45t minus 30. And now that we have a 0 on one side, now we can think about factoring the right-hand side of the equation. I see there's a common factor in these. We could factor out a negative 15. So let's do that first. 0 equals negative 15 times. Now let's see, when you factor negative 15 out of t squared, negative 15t squared, you get t squared. When you factor negative 15 out of 45t, you get negative 3t. And when you factor negative 15 out of negative 30, you get plus 2. Okay. At this stage, you could either finish factoring, or you could divide by negative 15, just to get the negative 15 out of the way. So let's do that. These cancel. I guess that one, you just get 0 on the left. On the right, they cancel. And you get 0 equals t squared minus 3t plus 2. All right, now we can cancel on the left-hand side. Factor on the right-hand side. Looks like we're going to get t plus 2. I'm sorry, that's not at all right. How about t minus 2 times t minus 1? Just as a quick check, we can make sure that this factoring is right. So t times t is t squared. T times negative 1 is negative t, and then negative 2 times t is negative 3t, so that's right. And then negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2, so that's right. Okay, so we factored this correctly. Now we can finish solving. So we have 0 on one side and a product on the other side, so now we can use the zero product property. So either 0 is t minus 2 or 0 equals t minus 1. Now at this point, we can both of these are linear equations, so we can finish solving these in the usual way. Add 2 to both sides over here. Add 1 to both sides over here. We get either t equals 2 or t equals 1. Okay, so when does the t-shirt reach a height of 40 feet? After 1 second and 2 seconds. So I guess that means once on the way up and once back on the way down. So if you have any questions about this or any other problems you want to see, just let me know. I will see some of you Tuesday evening for the midterm. If you aren't there on Tuesday, then hopefully you're there on Wednesday. I won't be there on Wednesday, though. I have a coworker who's going to be proctoring that session. So good luck on the midterm this week.